Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back for episode 2 of Software Inc. It is currently December of 1985. We are sitting on a nice $143,000, 3 p.m. Our two employees, Isaac and Dalton Grigori, are currently sat here working on marketing Kaffir Pro and developing our first piece of antivirus software, which is called Kaffir Pro. Last episode, we were working on developing all of these pieces of software here, and I've actually learned a couple of things since the end of last episode. For people in the comment section, people on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. The first and probably the most important thing that I've learned since the end of last episode is that you can actually port your software to different operating systems after it's been created. You might remember in the last episode, I wanted this to be a thing because we made our original piece of software here, Kaffir, for one of the operating systems, and then now, in 1985, 5 years after our software was released, the operating system we created it for has next to no people using it. But if you come on all the way over to the end here, you can actually port your software to a newer operating system. And so what we're going to do is we're going to find the one that has the current most active users, which is currently FrameBlind 5. I think we developed it for the Opti 5 and the Opti 4, which are currently not even on this list for whatever reason. There was just the Opti 6. And so we're going to port this to FrameBlind 5. Not quite sure how many customers we're going to get from that. It is a 5-year-old piece of software. But we'll speed this up a little bit. Hopefully it won't take too long. And we should probably also look, actually I'm going to slow time down a bit here. We should probably also look into porting some of our other softwares. Like for example, let's organize these in terms of release date here. Kaffir, I don't think that the original Kaffir was made for the same software either. Yeah, we want to make sure we port that to FrameBlind 5 as well. Let's go ahead and port that one. And another thing that someone mentioned in the comment section is that I believe in the options menu, there is an option for auto skip day. Yeah, right here at the top, auto skip day. If we tick that on, it means that I believe as soon as the day is over, like it is right now, and as soon as everybody has left the building, it will just automatically tick over onto the next day, meaning that we don't always have to keep clicking next day every time that the month comes to an end, and it just makes the whole game run a little bit smoother and everything just kind of works a little bit more nicely. Now, a few things that I want to work on before we start developing some more software over here. First things first, the toilet that we have here, I completely forgot to actually decorate this thing. You'll see right now it's just a big grey box that is attached to our purple brick house. Now, one thing you can do is if you right-click, I think I might have to be in build mode here, but if you right-click onto your building, like if I can find it somewhere, if you can click the actual building and then right-click on it, I believe you can just copy the design of the entire building. I didn't want to move that, but I believe we can just copy the entire design of the building here by setting it to default. Where is it? Set as default design. If we set it as the default style, that means that any new buildings that we build onto it will automatically have purple bricks on the outside, the orange wall on the inside, and the nice wooden floor that we've got right here. But for now, we are going to have to make sure that this toilet on the outside looks exactly the same as all of our other stuff. I do kind of want the game running in the background whilst we do this. We're currently not making any money whatsoever. We're actually losing money on a monthly basis, as you can see by our profits here. But I'm hoping that once we've finished porting both of these pieces of software over to FrameBlind 5, we might start making a bit more money from that. And then eventually, we should probably actually stop marketing Kaffir Pro here. And eventually, Kaffir Pro will be ready to go. We can start selling that as our premier piece of antivirus software. But if we come over here, I think what we can do is let's go ahead and change the room construction. I want the interior to be this one, and we want the floor to be wood again. I think you actually get the colors. If I right-click on this one, does it tell me the color? It does. You can actually just copy and paste the hex code for the color over here. So if I just Control-C that, I think I should then be able to paste it onto this room over here. Let me have a look. If I paste that in there, yeah, so now we have exactly the same color. We don't have to try and match it perfectly because I don't know about you. Have you ever tried to match perfect colors on this grid? It is a little bit ridiculous and a little bit crazy hard to do. So I'm not going to try that. I'm instead just going to go ahead and copy that. Make sure this looks exactly the same on the interior as well. And then I think for the floor, I think I might change it a little bit. It is a bathroom. So what I'm thinking is that we make the floor like this black and white tile here. You know, the kind of stuff that you'd normally see in a bathroom. The light's not on right now, so I cannot actually... Oh, no, we can press T, actually. T toggles wall, so you can actually see what's going on. And you can also see that our room is an absolute mess. So let's go ahead and call cleaning here. We should probably look into taking out a couple of contracts because right now we're not too bad on money, and I think we might be able to get to the end of actually, I don't know, looking at this now. I was going to say we might be able to get Kaffir Pro out the door before we have to start making money, but looking at it, Kaffir Pro looks like it's going to take a long time to complete, and so looking for some horrible contracts on the side might not be a bad idea, and actually there were a few of them here just waiting for us to take. Oh, look at that, there are 4 of them. We're going to take on 4 contracts at the same time. I don't know how good of an idea that's going to be. That might come back to bite me in the backside pretty quickly, but it looks like my guys are fairly competent at getting all this stuff done, which is pretty cool. We might look into hiring some more people. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until we have a really successful piece of software. I'm talking like a couple of $100,000, maybe even $1 million in the bank before we actually start to hire like a full team of 5 or 6 people and then start to work on a seriously large-scale project. It's flipping July! Oh, no! I took out all of these things. They've all got they've got 0 months left, and I have just... Oh, that's the worst. I'm going to release this one. We got 8,000 for it. I'm going to release this one. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. This one's fine. Promote, sure, and then release? Oh, we can't promote it because there's no work's been done. Oh, no, we took out 4 contracts right before July. This is what I mentioned last episode, because everyone goes on vacation in July, and I always forget that people go on vacation in July, and then you just end up with a bunch of contracts that don't go anywhere. So let's go ahead and develop this one. Hopefully, letting these get to completion will mean that we don't lose too much money. If we just rush them out the door and got rid of them really, really quickly. Actually, the day is almost over. Let me slow this right down. Let's promote that. I'm going to promote this one as well, even though it is nowhere near being done. But hopefully, I was really hoping they would work on this. But I'm just going to push these out the door. There's no bugs whatsoever. Just release. We lost money on that one. I'm not surprised, actually. But we had more money than we started with, and we're kind of still chugging on nicely towards creating our piece of software, Kaffir Shield Pro here. Do we want to make a different piece of software in between Kaffir Shield Pro? Because Kaffir Shield Pro looks like it's going to take a long time to release. So what I'm thinking is we might go ahead and release something else. Let me see. Has porting our software to new operating systems actually done anything, or is it just not done a whole lot? All of our software, apart from Kaffir Pro, so far has been a net loss for the company. We haven't made money on any other piece of software apart from Kaffir Pro, which I'm not massively thrilled about. I'm really hoping that this Kaffir Shield Pro will bring us back in, but I think what we're going to have to do here is actually pause development on Kaffir Shield Pro just because of how long it is currently taking to design that, and hopefully that's not going to be too big of a deal. Like, hopefully everyone won't have moved over to a new operating system before that's done. If it has, we can always go ahead and port it. It's not too big of a deal, but I'm just really hoping that that is not the case. So let's have a look at developing another piece of software. I know we developed Kaff Word, so let's have a look at making more Office software, because Office software tends to be pretty easy and quick to make. So Kaff Word Pro, what did Kaff Word Pro have in it? It was a word processor with spreadsheet and QA, which is less than a year to make. If I add clip art to that, does that take more than a year? It doesn't. And so what I'm thinking is we just release Kaff Word Pro. We'll rename it. Let's see here. We'll call it Kaff Word Pro XL. There we go. It's the extra large version of Kaff Word Pro, and we will release it with presentations. Presentation puts it over a year. Let's release it with templates. Doesn't add a lot. Just going to add templates, but we're going to put it there. The price it recommends is $59.99. We will release it at $39.99 just to make it, again, a bit cheaper. I always like to go a little bit below where it normally puts it. And then, we will just release it for all this software. It does look like the Lion X5 is coming up as one of the most popular pieces of operating system software. The marketing is unavoidable, and the quality is outstanding compared to Frameblinds, which is only great. So we might want to start looking at maybe porting some of our stuff over to the Lion X5 as well. But then again, the Frameblinds 5 does have a $0 license fee, so developing for Frameblinds 5 is actually free. It doesn't cost us anything apart from time and energy. So we'll go ahead and we'll develop for both of those. And I think that looks good. We'll start developing that. I do not want to start marketing it yet. People in the comment section did emphasize the importance of marketing stuff, making sure that we do market our products effectively. I'm thinking what I'm going to do. I said this last episode, but I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing. And wow, that's going up so slowly. Oh my goodness, that is very, very slow. What I'm thinking we're going to do is start marketing it towards the end of the alpha phase and kind of in the early beta phase. So, because I don't want to spend too much time marketing it. I don't want to spend like a ton of money marketing the thing for years before it's released. This guy wants an $85 pay rise. I will accept your wage negotiation. You can have that $85 pay rise. Okay. Some of your inventory is broken, needs maintenance. That is fine. Let's go ahead and hire some maintenance. We'll call maintenance. Do we need to call IT support? I think I mentioned last episode, if you click on these computers, it's at 4%. That might have something to do with why they're both on 4%. That might have something to do with why it's taking us so long to design this document. Let's go ahead and call IT support as well. They'll come and fix the computers, get them back up to 100%, hopefully, and at which point we should start seeing an improvement there. I don't think this guy, you'll see, is stood waiting. I don't think he's going to actually work until these guys go home for the day, which is a little annoying because these computers are just sitting here being absolutely useless while this guy's waiting to do stuff. If these guys could, like, go to the toilet, maybe? I guess not. But there we go. If you look at the bottom left now, it says state 100%. So hopefully, when our guys come back, they'll be a little bit faster. This bar does seem to be going up quite a bit faster now, which is good. Whilst we're waiting on that, let's take another look at some contract work. Is there anything that is absolutely 100% horrible? There is. I will take you. And that's about it. All right, cool stuff. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, guys, now is I'm probably going to go away again because now it's just a waiting game. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to finish up this real quick in the next month, which is going to be flipping March 1987. We're coming up close on 1990, at which point I think we can upgrade our computers to a newer design, to some of the more modern-looking ones. But we'll go ahead and release that. I'm going to go away. I'm going to wait until the design for Kaffir Pro XL is close to finished, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so a little while later, and I may have accidentally clicked develop when I meant to click assign. I was going to try change it to go back to developing Kaff Shield Pro instead of Kaff Wave Pro because it was taking quite a long time, but instead what I ended up doing was promoting both of these to their alpha stage whilst they were still in the bad design phase. Don't know how well it's going to work out for us, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and start marketing both of these pretty hard and hope it's probably not going to do too well for us in the long run in terms of our customer satisfaction. We might lose some fans, and so people are probably not going to have a great outlook on our company because we're going to release some software that is designed badly. But if we do, I'm thinking if we market it well enough, we might be able to sell it, and then if we sell it, we can go ahead and actually make some good software next time around. So I'm going to start marketing both of these pretty hard here. I will assign this to the core group as well. Whew, it's getting there. Okay, actually, you know what? I won't assign that yet. I'll keep Kaff Shield Pro on hold. We'll release Kaff Word Pro in just a second. We'll release it in June 1987, as long as there aren't too many bugs, which I'm not thinking there will be. Let's go ahead and promote that. It's mediocre. It's not the best, but I'm hoping it will work. There are actually a couple of bugs here. Let's go ahead and see about getting this guy up and running as well. And we're just going to put this out there. I have a feeling that we're going to get some bad reviews. I've actually yet to release a piece of software that has been this bad. Usually in all of my single-player stuff when I'm playing on other saves, I try and make sure that all of my software is outstanding before I release it, which, as I mentioned last episode, I don't know if that's a great way to go about the game. It might be better to try and just go for good or great software instead of putting in the extra time to go for outstanding, because I think you'll probably still make a lot of money from it and put a lot less time into it, and therefore make more profit overall, and then allowing you to make more software, etc., etc., etc. So we'll see how this works out. I'm again going to go away and let this kind of rack up until it's ready to release. Okay, so here we are, October 1987. We were about to release Kaff Word Pro XL. Not quite sure if it's going to be as good as the original Kaff Word or Kaff Word Pro, but we're going to release it. We're going to start our marketing campaign. Again, we've been marketing it for quite a while now. If we go over to our releases, it should say, it says marketing none, which I think is a lie. We have just been marketing it for probably about 3 months there whilst we ironed out all of the bugs. It is bug-free. It's not perfect in its design. Actually, I think its design might be considered bad. But we'll see. Here we go. Someone has reviewed our product. What did they say? Kaff Word Pro XL out now. Nothing exciting in this release. Brilliant. Absolutely flipping brilliant. But I have not lost faith. We sold a few copies. We're at 3,600 right now, which is not a particularly large amount of copies, but we sold a couple of them. Hopefully, as we keep marketing it, it will do better. And I'm really hoping that once we get Kaff Shield Pro out, it will do even better, because we've been hyping Kaff Shield Pro for a long time now, and maybe, just maybe, once we've actually got that thing out the door, we might start to make some money, be able to get this up and running. If not, we're going to be in a bit of a weird place. This guy wants even more money. He wants an extra $86. I will accept, because you're a nice company, Dalton. You're doing a really good job sitting next to me, doing computer stuff, and you never complain. He's always just like, yep, I enjoy work. Look at this. The room is boring. Wow, now he's complaining. Before, when I hovered over him, he said, I love to work. This guy, but Isaac really likes him, so that's fine. Again, we made a bit of money, not a ton of money. I doubt we've made a profit on Kaff Word Pro XL. Have we made a profit? Not even a little bit. We are on negative 44,000 on Kaff Word Pro XL. What I'm banking on here for Kaff Shield Pro is that antivirus has only just become an option, like we could only just about 3 years ago. And so what I'm hoping is that if we're one of the first to release some antivirus software, we might do a bit better at it. I know we can look at all of the other software that is out there. Can we look at the category? We can. So it doesn't look. Is there any antivirus software? I don't know if there is. All of these say default. They're game engines. Actually, what's this on the end? We got antivirus, operating system, 2D. Oh, there are a few antivirus softwares out there. I was really hoping there weren't then. None of them are outstanding. A few of them are good. One of them is great with prominent marketing with 8 active users. It doesn't have that many active users. We'll see. We will see how this goes. We should probably look at not marketing Kaffir Pro for much longer and just focus all of our energy here on Kaff Shield Pro. However, I have a feeling, a pretty bad feeling, that we're going to be in a very similar situation to where we were after the release of, like, I think it was Kaff Wave Pro, was it? Where we spent, was it Kaff Wave Pro? Yeah, the one where we lost a lot of money. I think we're going to end up in another situation where we release Kaff Word Pro and then we're going to have to fire Dalton Gregor, or whatever his name is, in order to just not have to go into bankruptcy. Let me look actually again at developing software just to see what the current most popular operating system is. Let's see. Let's make an audio tool. Let's see about this. What is currently the most popular operating system? The Lion X5 has taken over as the most popular operating system, and so it's probably a good idea for us to actually port Kaff Word Pro XL to the new operating system. Possibly. Kaff Word Pro is not doing particularly well, and it might not be worth actually porting it. One thing we definitely do want to do is port Kaff Shield Pro. Can we port it before it's even finished? We cannot. So it's going to have to release on the, Frame Blinds 5 operating system, but we're going to have to port it pretty quickly to the new operating system if we want it to sell whatsoever, because the number of people on the other operating system is dwindling fast. But again, I'm going to go away. I'm going to wait until Kaff Shield Pro is bug-free, and I'll be back in a second. And again, here we are in August of 1988, 8 years after our company was first founded, and we are going to release Kaff Shield Pro, our first piece of antivirus software. We're going to advertise it everywhere like we've done with all of our releases so far, and hopefully this one's not going to be as big of a bust. I'm hoping we'll get a review here. I don't think the review is going to be particularly good. Oh, it says, so Gaming on Kaffir releases a new antivirus. Big whoop. Flipping, they didn't like it, but we made $28,000 in the first month there. Hopefully, that is not the peak. If it actually does better, we might get somewhere with this. Let's have a look. Let's go by release date here. We released Kaff Shield Pro, not made a profit yet, obviously. We're at negative 75,000. We spent a lot making that, and it's not going well. We're down to 8,000. We didn't actually sell that many copies. So, again, here we go. We're gonna have to, I'm sorry, my friend. We're gonna have to let you go. I think I have to do it through the human resources department here. Dalton, you've been good. You've been with the company 3 years now. But your salary is just too high, so we're gonna have to let you go. Goodbye, Dalton. You were fairly good company. Look at that, you're working so hard. You've got some really, really white hair, but it's time to go. Goodbye. All right. Okay. Game plan. We have released what, 6 pieces of software now, all of which, apart from one, have been a pretty big flunk. We made one that was fairly good, but a lot of them were pretty bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into development. We're going to develop something that's really simple, but we're going to make sure that it's like the best at what it does. So I'm thinking, what do we have? Well, let's have a look at our antivirus here. If we go with the old one, what did that one have? That one just had, it had file scan, user interface, and background scan. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to release an antivirus. It's not going to be a sequel to Kaff Shield Pro, because Kaff Shield Pro was just bad. We don't want it to actually be a sequel to that. So let's default that. If I click default, does it go back to rid of that? It does. Okay, so we're going to just release an antivirus. It's going to do nothing but scan files and be quality assured. And we're going to call it Protect Kaff. There we go. That's going to be our operating system. It's going to do file scans and QA. That's it. They recommend we sell it for $59.99. We are going to sell it for $39.99. Real simple piece of software, less than a year. It recommends that we have 2 programmers and 1 designer. We're just going to do it as a one-man team. We're going to add operating systems here. What is currently the most active one? It is still the Lion X5. I will go ahead and do that. But Frame Blind 6 is out. We'll go ahead and do that. And you know what? We'll even develop for Frame Blinds 5 because it's free. And you know what? Just to get... Oh, no, I don't want to do that yet. Okay, fine. I wanted... I'm not going to market it yet. I wanted to develop it for... the other piece that was there as well. Basically, guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to end the marketing for Kaff Shield Pro. We're going to make people forget about that. And I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to wait until Protect Kaff is at outstanding quality. We're then going to move it into alpha. It's going to be an outstanding alpha. And then we're going to release it with 0 bugs. It's going to be the best piece of antivirus software that you can buy on the market that only does file scans. And so, yeah, I'm going to go away. I'm going to wait until this is finished. And I'll be back in a second. Alright, so here we are again. It is now 1989, December. I have been marketing Protect Kaff since its early alpha form, so for like a year now. It is finally ready. It has an outstanding design, outstanding alpha quality. It is about to be released, and I've also managed to save up quite a bit of money just doing a bunch of those horrible contracts. Let's see how this does. We're going to release it. I do want to release it. I want to market it full force. I want to just do nothing but market it. Again, I don't know if it's going to show it as marketing up here. It says no marketing. It has been marketed. I have been marketing it for like a year now. This, I think, should do well. It's not the best antivirus out there. It's a very simple antivirus, but it does what it does exceptionally well. Here we go. We got our review. This review better be good. Gaming on Caffeine shines with Protect Kaff. Protect Kaff is a beautiful piece of engineering. There we go. $43,000 in our first day. Let me do a quick check again just to make sure that we are on the most current piece of operating system software. If I was to develop, let's say, an audio tool, what is everybody using? Everyone is using Frameline 6 and the Lion X5, as well as, I guess, Framelines 5 as well. I think that our software is on all of those. Let's have a look. Protect Kaff, if I was to port it, what is it not on? It's not on Tiger Flash OS 6, which I think I might port it to just because it has unavoidable marketing and almost 750,000 users. So I'll go ahead and port it to that. Hopefully, it won't take all that long to actually port over to that new OS, and hopefully it won't take too long either. We're still going to be doing some marketing at the same time. And I'm hoping now that we can actually expand, because I want to build this building bigger. We've been doing the same thing now for quite some time. I want to expand our building, make it look cooler, get it a bit bigger, hire some more people, and get an actual set of teams going, instead of just, like, making one-man projects over and over and over again. So we'll see how this does. We made $42,000 the first month. We didn't make as much as I would have liked to make in the second month, which is a little disappointing. It has been a profit, but it didn't quite make what I was hoping it would make. I'll spend another month marketing it here, and we'll continue to port it to Tiger Flash OS 6. I was really hoping it would take off and we'd make more in the second month. You kind of know that an operating system or a piece of software is going to do well when it does better in its second month or third month than it did in the first or second month, because then it's kind of taking off and getting better over time. This one kind of peaked and then dropped real quick. Like, here's the peak, and I'm fairly certain it's going to drop off pretty quickly here. We sold, again, $6,000 worth there, which is not the best ever, but it kind of worked. And so I guess what we're going to do now is just make another piece of software. We kind of need to get one that is particularly good to kind of skyrocket us to the point where we can actually start to develop software for everybody else. But it is 1990, so we should be able to actually go ahead and upgrade this computer. Let's have a look. Upgrade to the next tier. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. So much better than these other two. Beautiful. So we got our new computer. We could hire somebody, but I don't. Okay, I'm going to develop Protect Kaff. We'll call it 1992. We'll be optimistic and say we're going to have this finished within 2 years. It's going to be the sequel to the original Protect Kaff. We're going to make sure it's an antivirus first. Let's see here. Antivirus. We want to make sure it's a sequel to the first one. And this one is going to be fantastic, right? It's going to be a sequel to Protect Kaff. It's going to be great. It's got file scan, QA, background scan, user interface. Still less than a year with the user interface. It's not going to have mail scan. It's just going to have all this stuff here. Should take less than a year. We might have to hire somebody else. The price I recommend is $89.99. We'll sell it at $79.99. We'll develop it for all of the major OSs. And this is going to be our break. Can we shift click these? Oh, we can. We can select multiple at a time. Okay. None of these have a licensing fee. So I'm going to develop for all 5 of the top OSs here. We'll develop for all of those. It did just switch to more than a year there, actually. Let's see here. Which one had the the least OSs there? Let's try that again, because I want to get rid of one of them. Framelines 5 has the least. Let's get rid of Framelines 5. And also, I guess we're going to get rid of the bot 8, just because I kind of want to get that. I want to get that down to below a year. That's going to take less than a year. Perfect. Okay, here we go. We need to pick a 2D editor. Again, we'll go with the one that's the best. Let's have a look. Active users. This one is the most active users, but what... and it's the greatest. It's actually the best one here. None of them are outstanding. So we'll take Power Suite 9. Okay, develop. Yes, I would like to develop it. And you know what? Yes, I will market it as well. I'm only going to do the internet. I'm going to market on the internet, and that's it. I'm not going to market everywhere else, because I do want to make sure we have enough money to keep going. And I'm going to try this one more time. We're going to hire somebody to work with us on this project. We'll hire a designer who is good at 2D, because I'm fairly certain it said we need a 2D for this to work. Yeah, we need 2D and system. So we'll hire a designer who is good at 2D designing. We'll pay them a bit. We'll pay them 4,000. I don't want to go all out yet, and we'll spend 1,000 searching for them. Let's have a look here. Skill. I just want the most skillful person. I don't care how old they are. It is good that they have a good compatibility, so I will hire this person. And you know what? I'm going to push it out a little bit further. I'm going to hire another person. I'm going to hire a programmer who is good at system, because we need system as well. Here we go. System. We'll pay them, I guess, 4,000 as well, just to be... Actually, no, we'll pay them 3,750. And then we'll search again. Here we go. Again, not bothered how old they are. I just want the best person for the job. Personality, good compatibility. I don't want to look again. No, I want to hire this person. Beautiful. Okay, we've hired 2 people. I'm going to call cleaning because the place is a mess. And we're going to see how this goes. We should actually upgrade both of our PCs here. Let's upgrade both of those to the newest tier. Alright, an employee is having trouble concentrating due to the noise. Reduce sources of noise in the room or build cubicles. What is the source of noise? Is it the thingamajig? Is it the coffee machine? You know what? Fine. I will go ahead and I will build cubicles for you. If that's what you want, I will build a little cubicle all around you. What we'll do is we'll grab our cubicle and we'll put it right about there. And then if I actually hold shift, I think we can put down multiple at once. We can. I'm going to build it. It's going to look like this. You're going to be caged in. It's not going to be particularly nice whatsoever. But hopefully that will lessen the volume, maybe? Possibly? What's this saying? Staff isn't able to reach the radiator. That is true. You know what? I will move this radiator. We'll move it to... Let's see. We'll move it over there. Alright, beautiful. So, we are now developing Protect Kaff 1992. It's going to be the hot new thing that releases in 1992. It's been a while since we've done an audio product, and our fans are noticing, but I'm kind of, I guess, moving out of the audio market for now. I want to develop a really good piece of antivirus software. Protect Kaff did well. It's not still doing well, actually. It's not selling as great as it was before, but it made a profit. It did pretty well. We sold just shy of 2,000 units. Not our most successful thing ever. We did do pretty well on Kaffwave Pro. We should probably make a sequel to Kaffwave Pro at some point. I'm going to end the marketing for the original Protect Kaff because we're now marketing the newer version, which is going to come out next year. It is July, so nobody is here. Let's go ahead and hire some cleaning. And you know what? We have a fair amount of money. I would like to start looking into expanding a little bit. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building a new building over on this side. We're going to demolish this eventually. I'll just kind of get rid of it. But for now, whilst we wait for these guys to finish, I don't think we can continue the time whilst I'm building stuff, which is a little bit of a shame, but I want to mix it up a little bit. We've done a heck of a lot of just kind of software stuff. So let's look at building a different kind of building here. So in the long run, I'd kind of like to have some kind of reception area, but you know, we don't have that much space whatsoever. So you know what? This is going to be our reception area eventually. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a big room that is connected at the back here, which is where all of our employees are going to work. It's going to look like this. We will merge both of these rooms together. If you hold shift and select both of these, you can go ahead and merge the rooms like that. So now I've got one big room. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually set up a couple of desks. So all of these guys have got a bit of space. I don't think them working together is going to be all too great. They're going to be very cramped. They're going to get very stressed. And so I'm going to spread this out a little bit. Hopefully they'll stop complaining about noise and all that kind of stuff. So let's have a look here. Let's put like one guy here. We'll put another. We'll just line them up. Do I want to line them up like that? You know, we'll do this. And we'll do this, just to make it look a little bit different. I was going to put them in a line, just like one here, and one here. But I think having them look like this might be a little bit better. We'll put one there, we'll put one there, and we'll put one there. Sure, why not? And then we'll put computers onto all of those. I'm just going to move these computers, because as soon as I move all this stuff, all of these guys will just get up and move as well, I think. So let's have a look here. If I just right-click and move that, I think he should just go up. Oh, we should make sure that the guy can actually access it. I think that the person using it should just go and sit over there once they realize that their computer is gone. So we'll do that. We'll put you there, and then we'll move this guy and put you right about there. Beautiful. Okay, let's hit play. They should all get up and go. Actually, they can't get over there, can they? Let me sell all of these desks here. Let's sell all of those. Sell, yes. Sell and sell. Yes. Okay, we'll sell that. And then this is going to be our reception area. We aren't going to have a receptionist right now because there's no real need for one, and we don't have all that much money to at our disposal right now. But what we'll do eventually is we'll have this be a reception area. Can I sell that not in build mode? I guess not. Let's go ahead and sell those if we can. Can I sell these? Oh, I selected the room by accident, that's why. Let's go ahead and sell all those. And then I'd also like to create some kind of break room for the guys to use, because right now they're all sat in this like middle room here. Eventually we're going to hire some more people, so what I'll do is I'll put like a desk here and here. We'll put one here and here, and we'll have one, I guess, like here and here to have it like somewhat mirrored. And we'll have all our employees here. So now I've got space for technically up to 12 employees, but I'll probably just only put one person at a desk at any given time, unless we get really cramped for space, which I don't really see happening anytime soon. One other thing that we should look into doing is you can get these little items down here, like a phone, a drawing tablet, a calculator, or an inbox that actually improve the efficiency of certain people on your team. For example, the inbox is pretty beneficial for the lead, the designer, and the marketer, whereas the drawing tablet is a lot more beneficial for the artist or the designer. So let's take a quick look here at all of our people. What are your skills? Let's have a look at your details. You are pretty good at designing, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you one of these tablets. Let's grab one of those. Let's stick it down there. I think this is us, is it not? Yeah, this is us. I'll give us just the inbox here, because we're kind of pretty good at everything, and the inbox is kind of the most balanced of them all. And then we'll give the programmer the calculator here, just to make him a little faster as well. And now we've got all that. I'm going to spend a little bit of money making the room look nice, because our employees do complain if things don't look nice, and they do kind of like it, I think, a little bit more when things do start to look a little bit nicer. So, you know, we'll put a plant either side there just to make it a little bit symmetrical. We'll put a big old TV on the wall. Not quite sure why we're watching. Oh, we can't buy TVs until 1995. In that case, we will put pictures on the wall. We'll put a picture there, put a picture there, make things look a little bit nicer. We'll stick a water cooler down. I want to stick this down in kind of a break room. But right now we don't really have space for a break room. Like, we could put it at the back here, I guess. And you know what? Sure, we'll put it at the back. Let's go back to rooms here. Let's build a wall. And let's build a room that's the same size as this one, which is 4x4 on the back here. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that. It's a little hard to access. I might just move this chair if I can get Isaac off the chair. Can I just move this whilst he's on it? No, I cannot. Can I move it? I can. Let's move that. Let's move that over there. He's kind of just stood up and agreed to that. That's fine. Let's switch that around. There we go. Beautiful. We'll do that like that, and then we'll just stick some double doors right about here, and then this will be our break room. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time in here, especially not right now. We should also actually put some windows in as well, because people do always complain about windows. Let's see about doing something like that. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. People can see the outside world. They don't feel trapped indoors. It's lovely. Look at this. It's coming on great. And then we'll do the same in here. We'll have some big old glass-fronted windows so they can see out into the big wide world. Look at that. And then we'll just have like some sofas in here. Some nice place for them to come and sit down and just relax a little bit. Let's stick like a sofa down there. We'll put another one down right about there. We'll move our vending machine over to here as well. We'll leave the toilet over there for now, although I would eventually like to move it because it's in a bit of a weird place. And one thing I did forget to mention last episode is that you can add multiple floors to your building as well. If I press Q, we go down a floor to the basement. If I press E, we can actually go up and build multiple floors in this thing. We can make our building very, very tall if we'd like, as tall as some of these other buildings in the distance here. And so later on down the line, I might look into doing that. I might actually put a toilet in the basement. We could move this thing downstairs. I might look at doing that pretty soon, like putting it, maybe have like an elevator here, because you can get elevators. Let me have a look. Can I find that? Yeah, look at this. We can get an elevator. We're going to put that. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put an elevator there. We're going to go down a floor, and we're going to build another room. I think that this was the size. Is that like the same place? I think it is. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put another elevator right about there. Let's just put a couple of toilets down here. I don't want to put just the one, because we do now have 3 employees, and, you know, maybe all of us want to go and use the bathroom at the same time. So we'll do a little bit of future-proofing here, and we'll set up a total of, I guess, 4 toilets here. I was going to say 3, because I didn't know if we were actually going to be able to fit one in there, because the elevator's kind of in the way. But I think what we should be able to do is just go ahead and do something like that. Put all those there. Make sure that we get some lights in there. Otherwise, people are going to complain massively when they come down here. So let's just do something. I didn't really want to do that. We'll go ahead and move this guy real quick back up to here. I considered doing a bit of a zigzag pattern there, but then thought better of it. And then let's look. I don't like that. Let's go ahead and half the grid real quick and move this as well. Also, someone in the comment section of the last episode did complain about how not central my lamps were. Like that right there. I think you can press Z to go top down. It's pretty central. I don't think it's perfectly central. But if we come up here, this lamp over here is nowhere near central on this room. Let me go ahead and move that real quick. So I guess more of a central location like there. That, you know what, that's fine. It's better than it was, and it's fine for now. And then let's go ahead and move the coffee table and the machine here. Let's move those over into this little lounge room as well. So there we go. We've now got a bit of like a break room. They can come in here, and they can go through there to get to the elevator to get downstairs to use the toilet. This will eventually be our reception area. I'm going to go ahead and just sell all the stuff that's in there. We can sell that. And then I'm not quite sure how you actually get rid of walls. Can I just sell this or bulldoze it in somewhere? You can just destroy the room. Nice. So we'll get rid of that. Let's put a couple of radiators and fans into this this big room here, just in case people start to complain about it getting particularly warm or particularly cold. We'll put one radiator at that side, and we'll put another one over there. At this side, we'll then go ahead and stick down some more of these little fans. I don't want to get too expensive just yet with like a big central heating system or like a big air conditioning system. So for now, we'll do something like that. And look at this. We now have a room that looks a little bit nicer. And you know what? We'll also put another wall in real quick, just to separate this room from the reception area. Let's do something like that. And then let's stick in another set of double glass doors. And I'm going to double the grid again so I get it perfectly in the middle. Boom. There we go. Okay, beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And now we'll just let things run. We're back to where we've done. We've done a little bit more designing here. We've made things look a little bit nicer. I think the office is a bit more of a nice place to live right now. Eventually, I'd like to get a TV in here as well and upgrade all of our computers again at some point. But again, for now, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go away. I'm going to wait until we finish designing and probably alpha creating Protect Calf 1992, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so about 2 months later, we're not quite there yet on the Protect Calf 1992, but I noticed that one of my employees was starting to stop work kind of towards the end of the day, and I want to know why, so I selected her, and you'll see over here that Doreen Lopez, who is currently upstairs, she's on her way out of work because it is the end of the day, and they're over here waiting for the bus, but you'll notice she's complaining about her bladder, and so I looked down here, and we didn't put any toilets in. We put 0 toilets in whatsoever, so they can come downstairs, they can look and pretend to go to the toilet, but they cannot actually go and use the toilet because there is actually no toilet here. So, let me just quickly put those down, and now we'll wait until our software is done. And quite a bit of time later, Protect Calf 1992 is almost done. It has an outstanding design, outstanding alpha, and it is almost bug-free. We're going to do that thing, I guess, where we release the next year's product at the end of the previous year, because it's not quite yet 1992, but I guess in December of 1992, we actually, I guess November of 1992, we're going to release our software. I changed the marketing. Originally, we were just doing it on the internet. After I got most of the way through the alpha stage, I switched it over to marketing on the TV, the radio, the newspapers, all the full force to now advertising everywhere. So, we're going to release again. We are going to market it again. We're going to market it absolutely everywhere. We're going to start the campaign, and we are going to have our biggest, I'm going to predict it right now, we're going to have our biggest success story yet. I did do quite a few contracts as well whilst we were waiting. We're now at $125,000, which I think is more than where we were before. Both these guys want a pay rise. I will accept both of those. Yes, you can have, ooh, no, I don't want to give you that much of a pay rise. You can have the requested amount. Yeah, there you go. Sure. We'll give both $109,000. We made $109,000 in our first month there. It's almost been profitable. Apparently, we spent $124,000 making the thing. But like I mentioned earlier, the true test is if we come back and it's even better than it was before. If we come back and it's made more than $100,000, we have done our part. Someone has reviewed it. Gaming on Caffeine shocks protection. Gaming on Caffeine surprised with awesome antivirus. Another great piece of work since Project Calf. They loved our last piece as well. All right, let's see here. Made 87,000. Didn't quite do as well, but it did well enough, I would say. I'm going to slow down time a little bit here. I do want to keep marketing Protect Calf, but as always, I kind of want to start looking forward towards the next thing as well. We could go ahead and start producing another piece of antivirus software, maybe like Protect Calf 1994 or 1995, and just kind of live off that. But I think what we're going to do instead is make another audio tool, because I have seen quite a few little pointers telling me I should make another audio tool. My people want me to make an audio tool. We'll make it a direct sequel to Calf Wave Pro. Did we not have like Calf Wave Original that I should be able to select there? I guess not. We'll make it a sequel to Calf Wave Pro. Calf Wave Pro had a music editor, it had QA, it had recording. Do we want to add an instrument library? You'll see here the expected interest goes up to 100% if we add an instrument library. It also goes up to 100% if we add recording as well. But that does want more programmers, and that wants just more artists. So I'm going to go with recording because we don't have any artists. Do I want to go with compression? Sure. It says 5.3% royalties. I'm not quite sure if we get the royalties or if we have to pay out royalties. I'm not quite sure, but we'll go ahead. We'll grab Power Suite 9. Do I want this? Both of these are saying less than a year to create, which I think is good. I do want it to not take all that long to create. And they're going to recommend that we charge $113. We will charge $99, not just 9. No, that's way too cheap. $99.99. And again, we will add it for all of the... Oh, is it only the one operating system? Oh, is this the only one operating system that people use when using audio tools? What? Apparently there is only the one operating system. Maybe it's the only one that supports, like, audio compression? No, apparently not. Apparently it's just the only the only operating system. Maybe beat out all of the competition. Maybe it's just the only one, and they'll actually work with with all this stuff. You'll also notice there that the maximum quality goes up from great to outstanding once we add compression. So we'll do that, and we will develop it, I guess, for just the Lion X. So we are limiting ourselves to a maximum of, I think it was 200 and some thousand people. We will start marketing again. We might as well start marketing on the internet. It does take away a couple of our people's time, but at the same time, I think getting that marketing in early is going to be better for us than it's going to be bad for us. And what I'm going to do now, actually, is I'm going to hire some more people. I'm going to go out again even further, try and get this made as fast as possible. Let's select both this, and then let's duplicate this stuff. I believe we can go over here, duplicate, and let's hire a few more people. So we'll put one guy over here. We will, I was hoping to do that more than once, duplicate. We'll put one guy right there, and we'll put another person right there. Sure, look at that. We got space for 3 more people. Not quite sure I'm going to hire 3 more people. I might just hire 2 more and try and keep things going there. We are at close to $300,000 in terms of our profit right now. And we have made quite a bit of money from Project Kaffir 1992. So let's go ahead and, you know, I'll hire a lead. A lead might be a good idea because a lead's going to make it a lot easier for us to delegate work and get everything done a lot quicker. So we'll hire a lead. We'll spend $1,000 looking again. We're not paying a great amount in the salary. We're kind of in the middle here. But we'll begin looking. We want, again, the most skillful person. This guy here, Louise Jordan, has a good personality. She's good compatibility with us. We will go ahead and hire her for the job there. And then I will also go ahead and hire, I think, 1 more programmer for our company as well. Let's see. What do we need for this? We need general and audio. So let's hire an audio programmer because we have system, we have 2D, we have nobody who specializes in audio. You know, we'll pay him quite a bit. We'll spend quite a lot looking for the person, and we'll go ahead and begin looking here. 100%. Cleo is 60, but I don't care. Let's have a look actually first. Personality is good. I am hiring Cleo. This guy looks like a winner, or this girl looks like a winner. Let's skip over. We made another $59,000 off of Protect Cat 1992, and so I'm hoping that will kind of tie us over for at least a few more months, making us at least $10,000 each month for the next couple of months, enough to try and pay all of these employees here. And of course, we will also keep up with all of our contract work where we can. Horrible stuff is obviously going to be super easy to make, and then the bad stuff is also, again, super easy to make, so we'll develop that. One thing we should have probably done is when we started making the software, you'll notice that we had a section, we had like an option to have it all the code centralized on one server. I think we should have probably done that because I think that's going to allow us to do. I think that would increase the productivity of all of our people because we have so many people working on the same piece of software. If they can synchronize all of their code to one server and then share it, I think it would make them a lot faster. We should probably look into that next time we start making some software, but we didn't even name it. But thankfully you can actually name midway through here. So if you go to change software name, we will call this CAF, not capital letters, CAF with Pro XL Plus 1994? Sure, it's probably going to be another one of those situations where we release it at the end of 1993 in time for 1994. But that's fine. We'll release that. We now have a full team of people. Look at all these guys. Hard at work, doing their thing. We got a full 5-man team. We should probably start assigning people to their own stations as well. Like right now, everyone's kind of just walking in and picking a computer. It might be better if we actually dedicate people to one specific setup. But that's fine. Either way, it doesn't really matter. We're at $400,000 right now. We have a lot of money. We should keep looking at contract work, however, because it's never too late to keep making like $10,000 a month with contract work. That does cover a lot of our employee costs, and we can now do contract work much, much faster due to the fact that we now have 5 people as opposed to our original 1 or 2. So let's go ahead and take on some bad work as well here. Now, one thing that I have noticed is that all of our employees get the bus. I'm not quite sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing or if it matters whatsoever, but one thing that I have noticed is that we can build a car park. That is an option for us to do. I think it's over here. It's going to be under this somewhere. It's not. It's right at the end. Roads. If we go to roads, we can build a road or we can build a car park. And so I'm thinking it might be a good idea if we build a car park. That does mean we have to buy some stuff here. How much is that going to cost us? I don't think it tells us how much it's going to cost us before we buy it. But apparently it's 4,000 a time. And that's not bad, you know. 4,000 isn't too much money. So I'm going to buy up to the edge here. That did take us just below 400,000, but that's fine. And I would kind of like to build a bit of a car park. If we do something like this, and you know what, we'll set 2 up there. We'll get 2 car parks going. That fills up the slots. And hopefully some people will start parking up here. Again, I'm not quite sure if that's going to make any difference whatsoever. The fact that people can park their cars right next to work and don't have to take the bus. I don't think they're going to arrive any earlier or leave any later. But they might do. They might be a little happier when they get here. But look at that. Someone arrived. Someone parked in their car. They're not particularly good at parking. They were a bit on the grass there. Might have to give them a bit of a ticket. Again, look at this. This guy parked straight to a lamppost. What? What is that about? But flipping fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everyone's on holiday. It's July. I say this guy. That's me. That's Isaac. Isaac did this. So that's just fantastic. we are marketing Kaffir Pro XL. That's only being marketed on the internet right now. Some inventory is broke and needs maintenance. Oh, it's one of our toilets, or is it one of our lights? I don't quite know. We'll hire maintenance. We'll get everyone in there. And whilst everyone's away, actually everyone just came back, didn't they? Oh, wow. Ooh, all of those lights broke. Ooh, hopefully the maintenance guys fix that. I also hired IT support just so that we can start fixing some of these computers. Make sure that they are running at 100% efficiency. This one's at 84. They're not quite low enough yet. We probably should have waited until they were about like maybe 40, 50% before we actually looked into repairing all of them. But our software company is doing well. I can still not park, apparently, and neither can the rest of my employees, but that is fine. We are not paying them to park. We are paying them to develop the best audio software in the whole entire galaxy. We will, of course, take on more horrible contract work here, and we'll also, I guess, take on some more bad contract work here as well. We'll take on 2 bad websites and see if we can develop all this stuff. Look how much stuff we've got over here. Flipping heck. So basically what I'm hoping happens now is I'm hoping once we've developed Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994, once that's done, once that's finished, I'm hoping that we can move on and actually start to develop our people into teams. I'm hoping it makes enough money to where we can split our people up, hire a couple more people, maybe get up to like a 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 or 10 man team. And then once we get to that point, we should probably actually push these forward. Once we get to that point, start splitting our people up into teams so that we have one team that's constantly working on designing the next product that we're going to release, and then we have another team that's constantly developing the alpha or beta stages of that product, or maybe even a third team for beta, so that we constantly have software being pushed out, and we don't have just one team working on the designing, the alpha, the beta, the marketing, and the release. You know, we want to have separate departments for all of those aspects. So what I might end up doing, everyone wants a raise, you know, that is fine. I will accept all of those. None of those are too egregious. What I might end up doing is setting up some kind of hallways. Like I might have a little room here, a little room here, something down here. What we should probably look into is some kind of conference room. We did hire somebody to be our lead, and I've noticed that whenever you do hire a lead, your people tend to do a lot more meetings. They tend to all gather around one table and start to meet and talk about stuff. And so what I think we might do is set up some kind of meeting room somewhere. We don't really have space for it, but you know what? We've got this reception area here, which is not doing anything. Also, I'm feeling like it might be worth hiring a cleaner for $1,000 a month at this rate, just so we don't have to keep calling cleaning every single day to get this stuff cleaned up. But what I'm thinking here is if we go over to furniture and we get one of these small desks and we kind of put it here, and if we can get it to turn around there, we've got a nice desk here. You know, we can put some chairs around this, and then all of our guys, I think, will come and sit around this to talk about stuff, and I'm hoping that will make them all more productive. I'm not quite sure if that's the case whatsoever, but I'm hoping that's what it will do. No one can reach us anymore. That is fine. Let's just go and move it. That's really bad. I don't want to keep it there. You know what? I'll put one there, and I'm going to build another one, not because we need it, but just for symmetry's sake. I'm going to put it right about there. That doesn't look particularly great whatsoever, but you know what? That's fine. It's also not really conventional to have a meeting room, like, as soon as you walk through the door, but we'll see if they use it. We'll see if the lead gets them all together around this table and talk about stuff at any given time. I'm hoping we'll see them do that. As for our software, Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994, which is the biggest mouthful of audio software you'll ever see, it's currently doing well. It's designed good. You saw them all sit around that table there for a brief second, I think. We'll see in the morning. Maybe it was just them turning the lights on as they walked through, but I think they did actually go and sit around that table. I'm going to try and pause it next time they do it, just so we see it. Any contract work need doing? It does. Oh, look at this. 2 pieces of horrible contract work back to back. It is the best stuff ever. I'm going to slow this down real quick, actually, so I can just make sure that I get all of the horrible contract work for myself. Also, you know what? I'll take on some bad contract work as well. We're pretty nice around here. We'll do bad work if that's what you want. Let's develop that. Let's develop that. Let's promote. Oh, they went home. I think they're just walking through here. I might have to actually assign some people as lead, because right now, for those who are unaware, all of my people are kind of just set to do any task that they can. They're not actually doing anything specific. So if I was to, for instance, click on... Oh, what are these guys annoyed at? Oh, they're stressed. I think we got them working on too much stuff. Why are you unhappy with your job? He's unhappy about the social aspect. He's not happy about the stress, and he's also stressed. I think it's because we have them working on so much stuff. But one thing that does make them pretty stressed is having them work on stuff that they're not trained in. Like if we try to get a programmer to work on the design aspect of something, they're not particularly happy about it. So let me try and find the guy. Who is supposed to be our lead? You're a programmer. Let's have a look. What are you? Are you our lead? You are also a programmer. I don't think you're our lead. I'm hoping the lead is like massively Up there, yeah, okay, so this woman's our lead. You'll see right now, though, if we hover over and go to, let's see, switch role, right now she's set to any role, and so is everybody. So everybody will just do whatever needs to be done. They're not actually assigned to their own particular role. So I'm going to assign her as the lead, and so all she will do now is lead. You'll see right now she's encouraging this person. Hopefully that will increase. This guy was complaining about social, and look at that, they used the table. They used the table. Is he complaining about social? He's not. He is now complaining a lot less about social because this woman is, like, paid full-time to go and talk to him, make sure everyone's working, make sure everyone's being as efficient as possible. And so hopefully this will work out well. We'll see if anybody else gets some more Z's. If anyone else stops working, I should release that. I just kind of sat on it for a while there, didn't I? But we'll see if anyone else gets any Z's, and if they do, we can look at them and we can start working on how we can address what they're feeling. This guy's starting to go red. He just stopped working because he is stressed. Now, unfortunately, I don't know how to make him unstressed. It makes sure you don't overwork them with too many tasks and long working hours. Build a canteen and send them home when they are completely stressed out. One thing we did forget to do is you can actually assign this room to just be a lounge. So I'm going to assign that as a lounge. And if you want to go be stressed in there, that would be great. Should I assign it as a canteen? It's not really a canteen, but if I assign it as a canteen, it might make them feel better. I guess there's a vending machine there, so it could be classed as a canteen. But they all seem to be doing their end-of-the-day meetings. And you know what? I am going to hire a full-time cleaner. It's going to cost us $1,000 a month, which is not particularly cheap. And also, we are doing very, very bad at Cow Fat Sausage Corp. Like, we have butchered their software massively here. But we've hired a cleaner. She will hopefully come sometime soon. Did we hire a cleaner? We did. I don't want to hire 2 cleaners. I want to hire 1 cleaner. She's going to come and do some work. She's going to clean all this stuff up here. The leader's going to make sure stuff's happening over here. We will, you know what, I'm going to release this. It's bad. We lost money on it, but I'm going to release that, get it out of the way, and we'll start taking on some more horrible work. You've got to be careful when you take on some bad work, especially if it's not small bad work. Like I think the one we just did might have been a bigger scope piece of bad work, which is why it might have taken us more than 2 months to actually complete it. And even when we did quote-unquote complete it, it wasn't particularly good. But let's go ahead and promote both those, promote that. Hopefully release it. Yeah, we'll release it. I don't think it matters too much how many bugs we fix. We are making a fair bit of money. We have lost a lot. And so we are going to have to sell a lot of copies of Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994 if we want this to work, because we want about 400,000 and we are currently on 217,000, which means we've spent close to $250,000 producing Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994. And so if this is not particularly good and doesn't sell particularly well, we're going to be in a problem where we have to again wipe our whole company, fire a bunch of people, and start again, which I don't want to do. I want to make sure that we consistently have a team of people who can work on producing new stuff, and we just keep hiring people. But if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. And so what I'm going to do now, guys, again, I'm going to go away. I think I've done pretty much everything I can do now. We're going to wait until Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994 is close to the end of its alpha stage, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so not too long later, we have finished designing Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994, and I've decided what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to make a second group of teams. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find out who our programmers are. I think that's me, so I'm like an all-round person. I think we have 1 designer. Let's see, what are you good at? Employee details, you're a programmer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 teams. I'm going to have the designers and the programmers, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the programmers on doing the alpha for Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994, and I'm going to set the designers designing a new document. I'm going to start designing a new piece of software that then hopefully the programmers can take over once they've finished programming and then beta testing Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994. So let's have a look at developing some new software here. We will develop another piece of antivirus software. We haven't done Office software in a while. Like, we did have Office software. We could create a sequel to Kaffir Pro XL. You know, we could create Kaffir Pro XL Plus Deluxe Edition 1996. So we could make it actually we'll go 1996 because we're at the end of 1993 here. So we can make some real long names there, but we'll make that Office software. We'll make it a sequel to the original Office software, and this one will have templates, but it's also going to have presentation, and it's going to have auto layouts and sound effects. That does require audio. I might just go with like custom functions. It's going to take more than a year. Maybe take away custom functions. Oh, I don't know though. Do we want to add custom functions? Yeah, sure. We'll add clip art. We will add auto layout. This time I'm going to pick... We don't have a server. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to back out here real quick, and we're going to set up our first server. I'm going to put it down in the basement. Yeah, it's going to be with the toilets, which is not going to be particularly great. Did maintenance not fix these lights? Or have they just gone out again? let's call more maintenance. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a server, which I believe we can grab over here. We can get a small server, medium server, tower server, or server rack. We will go with a small server here, a little tiny server. I'm going to put it right... Can I just put... Oh, do I have to put it on like a desk? Let's see if we can put this onto a little desk. If I put a little table in the corner, can I put a server onto that desk? I can. Okay, so we have a little server down there, and that is going to be used to unify all of our code. So all of our people are going to upload their code, upload their designs, upload all their stuff to that, and I'm hoping that's going to make them more efficient so they can more easily get stuff from one another. You got to remember, this is like 1993, you know, memory sticks are not a big thing, and neither is the Google Drive. They can't send stuff to one another also easily. So, let's go here. Kaff, Word, Pro, Excel Plus, Deluxe Edition. I don't know if that's the same name as we had before, but it's going to be the name of our new piece of software. We're going to make sure that it is a piece of Office software. It's going to be a sequel to CaffWave Pro XL. It's going to have all the stuff that CaffWave Pro XL did, or CaffWord Pro XL did, as well as presentation, clip art. We could give it online backup and use one of our servers. You'll see server does light up there because the online backup is with us. We have to provide that online backup for the people. And you know what? We might... No, we won't do that. We won't do it. But you'll see expected interest is only at 51%. So what we might want to do is add some more functionality to this. It's going to take a lot longer, but I would like that expected interest to be fairly high. That's going to take approximately 2 years if we add more stuff. Let's do... You know what? That's still less than a year, less than 2 years. It's more than a year. It's probably closer to 2 years. But we're going to do that. That's at 97% expected interest. Let's go ahead and add it. Actually, once we add the operating system here, it might go ahead and bump up to over 2 years. It hasn't yet. If I do it for frame blinds as well, about 2 years. We'll see how that works out. For now, we will have the core team designing it. We'll go ahead and make it with Final Pro 12. For now, we'll have the core team designing it, and we'll set it at a price point of 12599. But what we're going to do right now, I don't want to market it yet. No. We're going to split up some teams. So let's see, manage teams. I want to have a team of programmers. Now, I think I'm going to hire a new person, because right now, we've got, what, 5 people? We've got 2 programmers, 1 dedicated designer, 1 lead, and then me who kind of does everything. I think I'm going to bundle me in with the design guy, just because we already have 2 programmers. So I know that you are a programmer, so I'm going to change you to the programming team. You're going to be working on the programming team, and the programming team is going to be assigned to CaffWave Pro XL Plus 1994, whereas the design team is going to work on CaffWave Pro XL Plus Deluxe Edition. I don't think I put a year on it that time, but we could change that later if needs be. So we're going to assign them to that. And then we can leave the core team marketing CaffWave Pro XL for now as well. So we'll do that like that. What are you good at? You are also a programmer, so let's go ahead and change your team to the programming team as well. And so right now, we don't have a lead for the programming team, and so what I'm thinking I might do is hire... let me actually develop this real quick. What I'm thinking I might do is hire another leader, so we can have 1 lead for the design team as well as 1 lead for the programming team. I don't know if that's going to be a particularly good idea, but we could see. Also, one of the reasons why I've done this is that the game does point out that adding more people to us to a project does not necessarily make the project go faster. So the fact that we had 5 people all working on one project doesn't necessarily mean that project is going to finish faster than other projects. But what I will do actually here, because I want CaffWave Pro XL Plus 1994 to be out pretty quick, I will change my lead. I'll move her over to the programming team just to try and get the CaffWave Pro out faster than the CaffWord Pro XL Plus. Also, I need to start changing up these names because they are getting way too confusing and way too long to say. So let's leave that running. Again, I'm going to go away now. I'm going to wait until CaffWave Pro XL Plus 1994 is actually towards the end of its beta stage, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so we're back again. We are going bankrupt in December of 1994. Things are not going particularly well, and as you're seeing here, Thaddeus wants to quit. He is done. He feels isolated. His computer sucks. He cannot something other around me at all times. I don't want him to quit, but you know what? I'm going to fire him. Like, if he wants to leave, he can leave. His computer's not working. We should probably, actually, yeah, all of our computers are getting a little low. We should probably hire some IT support. But I did have to take out a loan for 100,000 because we hit 0 and we still hadn't finished all this stuff. And what I've done now, just now, before I started talking again, is reassign everybody to CaffWave Pro XL Plus. I don't know if it's actually increased anything all that much, but I'm a little worried about how long the beta period is going to take, and so I think I might move it into beta before it reaches outstanding. I'm not quite sure. I did also increase people's work times. They're currently working at 9 a.m. till 8 p.m., so an extra 2 hours. Also, when we originally set up the programming team, they weren't set up correctly, so they were working the default 8 till 4, so they were working less hours than the design team, which is why, one of the reasons, I guess, why Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994 hasn't quite gotten as far as I would have liked. But I'm very tempted to just let it push on here. We're going to be real low on money. It's going to be hard. We should be taking out contracts, actually, every given chance we get. Let me quickly check for anything that could possibly be done. Yes, horrible. That's exactly what we want. Because we're spending a lot of money. We did just fire somebody, so that's a bit of money off us. The software is great. I think that will go to outstanding if we let it. Possibly it will. Beautiful. All right. Let's promote that to beta. Hopefully there aren't that many bugs in it. If it starts going up real slow, there are going to be a lot of bugs in it. We need to assign this to a team as well, actually. I can't remember if our programming team... I don't know who left, actually. Let me check our teams. Somebody in the core team left, so now there's only one guy in the design core team, so one of our designers left, which I guess is fine. The product that we are making for Car Inc., despite it being a horrible piece of work, is not doing particularly well. I'm not a huge fan of where we are right now. Let's go ahead and take out this one as well. And assign that, I guess, again to the programming team. Although they are working on getting the bug fixes done for this, I kind of need the extra money to make sure that we can pay everybody for the month of February. And then we might just have to push out Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994. It is now 1995, so we've kind of... We've missed the mark a little bit in terms of getting that out the door. Also, people are spending so much time sat at those little meetings talking. This guy... You know what? You're fired. You get out of here. This guy has he's not done anything. He's just sat around all the flipping time. What's his name? Is it, what's your name? Employee. What's your name? Your name is Cleo George. Are you not the, we hired you because you were the best. You were the very best. And now you're just complaining about being stressed all the time. Cleo, I know you're 63, but you're fired. Look how we spent 15 years with the company. And Doreen's already spent 5 with us. Wow. Okay, it's 8 PM. I'm going to push the beta out the door. Because I think we might legitimately lose here. No, we went bankrupt with negative $7,129 in our account. Gosh dang it. We actually flipping lost. I believe we can... load the game back in. There was an autosave there from February 1995. We can load the game back in, and we could fire everybody. I don't know if we fired them in time, because it is a fresh day. Can we fire everybody real quick before we just go completely bankrupt? It is a little bit cheaty, but if we can do that, I would like it an awful lot, because it means that we could possibly get Kaffir Pro XL Plus 1994 out the door and try and make at least some money from it. Hopefully our outgoing expenses, now that we've got nobody here are not that expensive. I fired the cleaner, so the cleaner's not here. She's not charging us, or he's not charging us $1,000 a month. So I'm hoping, now that it's just us, and we've got all these unassigned works, Kaffir Pro XL Plus Deluxe Edition is coming along nicely in terms of its design. We'll be able to go ahead and get that up and running pretty soon. He is just not working, because gosh knows why he didn't work. Alright, 6,000. We're going to release it. We're going to release it. Guys, this could be the end of Gaming on Caffeine Incorporated Limited Software Development Company. We will find out. We will. Let's release this. Promote. Yeah. I want. we've got this contract here that we just didn't finish. We're gonna put all of our money. We're gonna put all of our hope into Kaffir Pro XL Plus. In good news, Kaffir Pro XL, the original, I think is our most profitable piece of software today. It's not quite actually Protect Kaffir's, but it made some money. We're up to 61,900. We made some money from it. It's got a review. I'm guessing the review's gonna be like, it's okay. Oh, it's a masterpiece. It's a beautiful piece of engineering. Another great piece since Kaffir Pro. They liked it. It's a little buggy. We might have to. I'd like to get. Can I cancel this? Just get it out of there. Yeah, I want to cancel that. They charged us a bit of money for canceling it, but that's fine. Let's see. I'm going to wait and see here real quick, just to maybe possibly see if Kaffir Pro XL is going to make more money in its second month than it does in its first month. We're at 59,000. We made about 60,000. This guy's getting way too stressed. We might as well just change him so he's only working until 6 PM, because there's really no point. It made 48,000. It's not losing us money, but it's also not making us money at any particularly fast rate either, which is a bit of a shame. We can assign this back, I guess, to the core team here and get them designing Kaffir Pro XL Plus Deluxe Edition, so hopefully at some point in the near future we can release that as well. this playthrough has not gone particularly as well as I would have liked. I was really hoping that we could get a bit further on, not have to keep firing all of our team at the end of every software cycle, but that is what the game has allowed us to do so far, I guess. And we've ended up with this rather nice looking building, but nobody in it but us, just sat here all alone in the middle little desk. Look at this. Take off the walls. Look at him hard at work. All those ones and zeros, doing his thing, bobbing along. Flipping heck. Alright, with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode of Software Inc. there. As always, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to like. It really does help out a lot. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you'd like to see me play even more of this, because right now we're kind of in a bit of a ditch, but we do have quite a bit of money. We could probably go forward and start making some more software. Maybe look into developing some stuff that's not audio software, antivirus software, or office software. We could look into maybe some games, game engine, operating systems, all that kind of stuff, and actually try and get this thing to get our company off the ground. We've been going for 15 years. It's 1995. We might actually be able to upgrade our computer at this point. But our software, we could, I think it's 2000, then 2010, but we could get our company off the ground yet. So stick around, and I'll see you next time.